Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, an Aroostook County man appeared in court today after being accused of murder in the death of his girlfriend. Jamie Schnackenberg, who is seen walking into court with his lawyers, you can see him right there in the white shirt, was arrested in late June and charged with murder in the death of 42-year-old Kimberly Hardy. According to prosecutors, court documents show associates of the defendant told investigating officers they heard him say he had killed Hardy by shooting her twice in the head. A state police spokesperson says the two lived together in their School Street home in Monticello. Hardy was reported missing by her mother on June 18th. Today, lawyers faced off over whether Schnackenberg, who previously lived in Connecticut, should be allowed bail.
This court can take into consideration the nature of the charge and potential penalties that this defendant faces, from 25 years to potential life sentence, which certainly is an impetus to flee the area, especially with limited ties to the area.
After questioning by the police, was home for several days, in fact, surrendered himself to the police, has not shown any evidence that he intends to flee or made any attempt to flee.
The judge ordered Schnackenberg be held without bail. It is unclear when he is due in court again. A bill that expands abortion care access in Maine now sits with the governor awaiting her signature. Our A.J. Douglas spoke to abortion advocates about how this will impact pregnant women here in Maine.
LD 1619, an act to improve Maine's reproductive rights, is headed to the governor's desk following Thursday's Senate vote. The bill would allow a health professional to decide if abortion services are necessary beyond the point of viability.
Politicians shouldn't be the ones making these decisions, that these are medical decisions that need to be made by a doctor with their patient.
Those who oppose the bill have called it vague. They worry the bill would result in an excessive level of abortion access, failing to uphold any fetal protections. In a statement, Executive Director of Maine Right to Life, Karen Vachon, said in part, quote, LD 1619 creates a subjective standard empowering the abortionist to justify any abortion after viability. Governor Mills' bill removes current language that allows abortion for women's life or health and replaces it with language that would allow abortions in the second and third trimesters because of an abortionist's opinion. End part quote.
We know that there's been a lot of sort of misinformation about what this bill does. And it's important for people to understand that the bill simply takes the decision-making around abortions later in pregnancy and places them in the hands of physicians with their patients.
According to legislature.maine.gov, the bill also extends reporting requirements to the Department of Health and Human Services for physicians conducting abortion services. Clegg says the group has heard from plenty of soon-to-be mothers who received a devastating diagnosis causing them to need an abortion after the viability stage in their pregnancy.
There are really tragic circumstances that can arise where people aren't able to access abortion care in Maine because of current restrictions in our laws.
And that was A.J. Douglas reporting. We also asked Maine Right to Life what, if any, plans of action the group may have following the legislature's decision to pass that bill. We are awaiting a response. In other news tonight, an inmate at the Down East Correctional Facility who walked off a work site Thursday and then later allegedly incited a police standoff is in custody once again. According to the Department of Corrections, inmate James Barbie left his assigned work site at Maine Wild in Machias on Thursday afternoon. Barbie was located at a residence in Pleasant Point at approximately 9:45 Thursday night and taken into custody following a 7-hour standoff with police. James Barbie was serving a 12-year sentence with all but 5 years suspended for kidnapping, burglary, theft, arson, and eluding an officer. Barbie is now being charged with escape and creating a police standoff. He's been transported to the Maine State Prison. A bill that aimed to eliminate the current net energy billing policy in Maine failed in the Senate Thursday. Back in 2019, the legislature voted to establish a net energy billing program to motivate residential use of solar energy. LD 1347 sought to undo that program. Bill sponsor Stephen Foster says the program is unnecessary and results in added costs to non-participants neighboring NEB projects.
Payers basically have to make up the difference. 15% that they are getting is being funded, if you will, by their neighbors, by those who may not be able to afford it.
A group called Maine Conservation Voters opposed LD 1347. They say the group was glad to see a separate bill, LD 1986, pass in the Senate. They say that legislation would instead reform the NEB program while holding utility companies accountable by requiring cost benefits.
That kind of instability would really have derailed Maine's progress towards clean energy.
Representative Foster says he and the bill's co-sponsors will review the impacts of the recently passed LD 1986. The Bangor Area Recovery Network, also known as BARN, will be receiving $415,000 from the city of Bangor. The money comes from the city's $16.6 million COVID relief funds. 60 applications from local organizations and nonprofits were submitted to the city. From there, the Heart of Maine United Way evaluated and ranked each application based on who would benefit the most from the funding. The Bangor Area Recovery Network will be one of the first to receive the funding and will use the money towards building renovations, including electrical upgrades and solar panel installation.
We find we have to spend more on operational supplies. We have to spend more on our energy bills. And that gives us less money to really put towards the missions work and programmatic stuff we're doing. So it is important that these organizations get these monies.
$16.6 million must be designated by the city by 2024 and spent by 2027. Well, looking to our south now, the city of Portland says playground crews do a thorough cleanup of the Deering Oaks Ravine every morning and night. But still, parents are expressing concern at the number of needles that continue to turn up nearby. There have been more than a dozen reports to the city's website about needles found on the ground in Deering Oaks. A parent who found a needle yesterday by the splash pad says the city must do more to protect children in their parks.
It looked like the tip was bent and it was stuck in the soil, but it was right around all the children, all the parents. My daughter almost stepped in it while I was trying to clean it up. It's absolutely terrifying. There's children with bare feet all over.
At present, there is one Sharps container at Deering Oaks, and when asked for comment by our media partners, both the Portland Parks Department and Portland Police told us no one was available. Well, Governor Janet Mills and Maine's congressional delegation announced today that President Biden has approved the state of Maine's request for a major disaster declaration for 8 Maine counties that were impacted by a severe spring storm. Last month, Governor Mills requested that President Biden issue the declaration for Franklin, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Saginaw, Somerset, and Waldo counties for damage sustained by that storm back on April 30th and May 1st. That storm, by the way, caused more than $2 million in infrastructure damage. The disaster declaration unlocks federal assistance, including supplemental grants to state, local, and tribal governments, so communities can respond to and recover from major disasters. The declaration also unlocks federal funding to help develop hazard mitigation plans and rebuild in a way that can actually lessen or prevent future losses. Well, crews are trying to make a way out for a handful of families in Jay cut off by recent storms. Rushing water blew out driveways or their streets, preventing them from leaving. Mal Meyer has an update on the recovery efforts.
It's been a week since flash flooding tore through roads in Jay. Here on Sewell's Hill Road, residents are getting creative to get out of their own homes.
It didn't take long at all.
Courtney Ryder had just arrived home during last week's storm when her neighbor texted her asking if her driveway was all right. Within minutes, it wasn't.
It just started to pool up right here, and then went around my culvert and made its own little ditch.
The destruction only got worse from there. Her car is up by her house, unable to get out. At first, she had to ask for rides.
This is actually my father's truck. My truck is still parked up at my house. I ended up having to borrow his truck for a few days so that way I could actually get to work and get back.
We're trying right now to get everyone access to their properties.
The town's manager hoped they would have that done by the end of the day. Other repairs could take weeks or months, so the town is working with a couple of area contractors.
We wouldn't be able to do it. It's just we don't have that in-house capability to manage all of this at the same time.
She says they're looking at upwards of $2 million in damage, and that's just the town's portion. There's also state roads.
It's all adding up very quickly.
Communities are tallying up these totals in the hopes of getting a federal disaster declaration. She says they have a good undesignated fund to pay for this.
You still have to front the money and then get reimbursed. So that will be another challenge.
In the face of a difficult situation, Lafreniere says staff have been incredible. Ryder feels the same about those who wanted to lend a helping hand, offering to bring her food or find a way out.
It's been really interesting, but I can't say enough about my great neighbors and how thankful I am for this community just to reach out and see what they could do to help.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. Well, speaking of inclement weather, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming our way.
Thank you very much. Okay, so if you are sniffling and sneezing, this could be a reason why. Tree pollen and grass pollen, moderate category now. Okay, we got this. But the mold category is off the charts right now and likely to linger that way into the weekend. All because we have lots of moisture around and more moisture out there tonight. Here is a flood advisory, including Millinocket this evening, for locally heavy rainfall up that way. But that should mostly stay in that area. We're talking locally heavy rainfall briefly tonight, and then we're all going to clear out for a while. And then a spotty shower is possible pretty much at any given time all weekend long before some heavier rain showers get in here on Monday and Tuesday. Overall, the trend is through mid-July above average precipitation around here. Our forecast, though, tonight, we're talking mostly cloudy skies, a couple of showers out there with low temperatures down near 65. Your full forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Jeff. At least some cooler temperatures for our overnight. Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Challenger Learning Center of Maine hosts a bottle drive to help fund their mission. And our Matthew Juronsik introduces us to some of the U.S.'s newest citizens. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range, located in Winterport, is the perfect place to practice all aspects of your golf techniques. Owned and operated by professional golf instructor Sonny Reynolds, this Par 3 course will suit anyone's game. Sonny's features a Par 3 golf course, a driving range, and golf lessons are available too. It's easy to see why Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range is the best kept secret in Winterport. We look forward to seeing you this season at Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range.
The Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub is world-renowned for beautiful dining with a delicious view, featuring award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. It's a true destination dining experience. Relax and unwind in an intimate space with your loved ones, family, and friends. We are pet-friendly, so your furry friends are always welcome to join you at your table on the deck, whether it's a special occasion or any occasion. The Lucerne Inn is the perfect choice for your business or family gathering.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out. Swing and a drive. Fox Saturday Baseball all season long.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Fox is your home for the FIFA Women's World Cup. This summer, the biggest teams on the planet fight for just one thing: the world's greatest prize. Spectacular! Watch the FIFA Women's World Cup on Fox, all tournament long.
Welcome back. With many Maine students in the midst of summer vacation, some food banks are seeing increased demand. Our David Ledford has more.
When it comes to childhood food insecurity, summer is absolutely when it spikes.
1 in 4 children in Maine are at risk for hunger, according to the Maine Department of Education. The state has taken steps to address the issue. The 2022-2023 school year marked the first year where all public schools in the state were required to provide meals to students for free, thanks to the School Meals for All legislation passed in 2021. However, now that many kids are on summer vacation, some have to look elsewhere to feed their families. In Dover, Foxcroft, one food bank has already seen increased demand.
As food prices have soared sky high, families in this area are really struggling to replace those missing school meals. From March to June, we have had over a 100% increase in the number of children that we serve. Last month, we served 143 children.
According to Full Plate's Full Potential, a group aimed at ending childhood food insecurity in the state, hunger is a year-round concern that can affect anyone.
The reality is, it doesn't matter what community you live in, there is food insecurity in every single community in the state. Absolutely. You know, the levels of it definitely vary from community to community, but it is everywhere and it is often hidden.
To help meet the need faced by families, food banks and pantries are asking for your help.
Summer hunger is always a really difficult thing for food pantries and food banks because it's the time of year when we have the fewest donations and the time when the need increases.
The DOE offers a free Hot Lunch Summer program to provide meals outside of the school year. Visit hotlunchsummer.com to learn more and find a food bank near you. In Dover, Foxcroft, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, 20 single mothers in Maine who have formerly experienced homelessness are getting an extra boost to help make ends meet. The Quality Housing Coalition says each month for a year, these mothers will receive $1,000 through the Project Home Trust. The coalition says it's the first direct cash assistance program in the state, and the moms will get 12 direct payments with no strings attached.
Being able to provide rent, pay for childcare, pay for the food, pay for a car repair, or even just transport it's just so hard for one person. Having that cash support for a period of 1 year could help you get stable at least until you're able to get on your feet and be able to provide for yourself and your children.
The Quality Housing Coalition says the moms are also given the opportunity to be part of a cohort where they can get together to share meals, discuss resources, and meet with experts who can provide guidance like financial planning. If you're interested in investing in a mom, reach out to that coalition. Well, if 4th of July celebrations have turned your recycling bin into an abyss of cans and bottles, there is one way to make some extra space and help out a great cause, too. The Challenger Learning Center of Maine is collecting returnables to fulfill its mission of inspiring students in STEM learning. Funds from the drive will go towards children's space programs at the center, teaching kids about rockets, wind turbines, engineering, and more. This year, bottles are being collected at the Challenger Learning Center in Bangor, and organizers ask that you leave closed bags in the blue trailer in their parking lot. You can stop by the center to drop off your donations anytime through August 31st. Well, becoming a U.S. citizen means more than just a certificate. It means a new start, new opportunities, in fact, a new life. A group of international citizens now have that chance. Our Matthew Jurancic has their story.
25 people from 18 countries stood up today, raised their right hand, and repeated the naturalization oath of allegiance, officially becoming United States citizens.
It is exciting. It's exciting to be here. It allows me to be more participatory now in my community.
The candidates for citizenship came from places near and far, from Canada to the Philippines, France, Germany, and Greece.
It was very much relief and celebration to receive that certificate today and to be formally welcomed into this nation as a citizen.
In the United States, it does not matter who you were, it matters who you are. So take your place in American history as stewards of the American promise.
Originally from India, Anila Karunakar has spent the last 20 years promoting equity and inclusion for international citizens. Now a U.S. citizen herself, she sees this as a full circle moment for her and her mission.
I feel like I am now able to say, like, I'm working for myself and my family, and you know, the work I do for equity, impacting systems and policies and affecting change is for me, my people, and my community.
It's a moment no one in the courtroom will ever forget.
Thank you for embracing me into that privileged identity group. That's exciting for me that I get to add this to the person of Anila.
In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And again, congratulations to all of the new citizens. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the United States is destroying the last of its chemical weapons. And the man who traveled 700 miles to shoot Hispanics, killing 23 people, was sentenced today. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Why? Our country style has more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. And our expertly blended flavors are a taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Maine's Family Fun Track, Speedway 95 on the Onland Road in Herman. Join in the fun and action for Saturday night races. See our website for a schedule of this season's races. Speedway 95, Onland Road, Herman. A great place to take the whole family for a night of fun.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Ukraine's latest U.S. military aid package includes thousands of cluster munitions. It's a controversial weapon several NATO allies have actually banned. Fox's Molly Hennenberg has the story.
President Biden says it was a, quote, difficult decision, but he has authorized the Pentagon to provide cluster bombs to Ukraine to try to push back the Russians.
The main thing is they either have the weapons to stop the Russians now keep them from stopping the Ukrainian offensive through these areas, or they don't, and I think they needed them.
The Biden administration will send over thousands of these munitions, which military experts say is a, quote, very effective weapons system.
It's fired from an artillery shell, and in the air, as opposed to on the ground, it releases a number of bomblets that explode over an area space of hundreds of meters.
But the bomblets also can miss their targets, critics say, and hit civilian sites. The Biden administration's decision is a change of heart from 2022. When asked then about reports Russia might be using cluster bombs, the White House said this.
If that were true, it would potentially be a war crime.
This decision comes as the president plans to travel to the NATO summit in Lithuania next week, where more than 2/3 of NATO countries have signed on to a 2010 agreement to ban cluster bombs. The cluster bombs are part of a larger $800 million U.S. military aid package for Ukraine that also includes Bradley and Stryker armored vehicles and several kinds of ammunition. In Washington, Molly Henneberg, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the U.S. is closing a dark chapter in the history of warfare. Workers have destroyed the last of the United States' declared chemical weapons. Military experts say completing this drawdown emphasizes that those types of weapons are no longer acceptable, sending a powerful message to other countries like Russia that haven't yet joined an agreement to eliminate them. Fox's Mike Tobin shows us the careful disposal process.
Workers in Colorado are carefully and systematically destroying U.S. rockets filled with a toxin called sarin. A dangerous job, according to the Centers for Disease Control. Exposure to the agent can cause death in minutes. It is designed to cause blisters and inflammation of the eyes, nose, throat, and lungs. A fraction of an ounce on the skin can be fatal.
The weapons are destroyed via a process of, on the one hand, neutralization.
Conveyors bring the rockets to robot arms where the weapons fuse and burster are removed. Then the sarin is neutralized. Not taking any chances, the neutralized byproduct and rockets are decontaminated again in a special chamber.
Static detonation chambers, which heat the munitions to the full weapon to very high temperatures and destroy them via thermal destruction.
The destruction is decades behind schedule because citizens and lawmakers demanded safety first, making sure the surrounding communities were protected.
We had 9 different locations in the United States that had chemical weapons.
The Boston Globe says its alleged price tag is close to $42 billion. However, those involved in the project say they are proud of what it all stands for.
We are ridding the United States of our declared chemical weapons stockpile, and it can never hurt another citizen or the community ever again.
Officials warn that not all of the chemical weapons around the world have been destroyed. A few nations never signed the treaty. In Chicago, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
A man who shot and killed 23 people at a Walmart in El Paso gets 90 consecutive life sentences. The shooting happened almost 4 years ago. Police say the shooter drove more than 700 miles from his home in Dallas, specifically to target Hispanics. In addition to the 23 people killed, 22 others were injured. Patrick Crucius, who is now 24, pleaded guilty back in February to a 90-count indictment that included 45 counts of hate crimes. He pleaded guilty after prosecutors took the death penalty off the table. However, he could still face the death penalty in a separate case in Texas state court. And now looking at the campaign trail, age is emerging as a major issue, with an 80-year-old president running for re-election and a 77-year-old Republican frontrunner. Many candidates are showing off their physical fitness and stamina to voters. Fox's Rich Edson reports.
Former President Donald Trump in Iowa this afternoon, focusing again on his closest challenger.
He's got no personality. You probably found that out because his polls are crashing. He would be a catastrophe for the farmers of
Trump leads Florida Governor Ron DeSantis by more than 40 points in the latest Fox News poll. DeSantis maintains his deliberate approach will pay off once Republicans begin voting.
We'll be making that case over the next 6 or 7 months. I'm running to win in January and February.
DeSantis, unlike Trump, is committing to the first GOP debate in August.
I think it's an important part of the process.
This week, Senator Tim Scott and former Vice President Mike Pence also committed to attending. Ahead of that first debate, Republican candidates are taking a much more active approach to campaigning, as the poll leaders in both parties happen to be two of the oldest presidents in history. Scott shows off his arm strength in a new ad. Vivek Ramaswamy chose the tennis court to display his fitness. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez boasted of his recent 5K time, saying he finished 6th. The 45-year-old omitted that he finished 6th in his age group, not overall. Former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley has argued for age-based testing for politicians.
They want term limits. They want mandatory testing for people over the age of 75 for competency.
In the Democratic primary, Robert Kennedy Jr., who turned 70 in January, posted this video where he hits the ground for some push-ups. The two frontrunners have their own ways of staying active on the bike or the golf course. Senator Bernie Sanders, who ran unsuccessfully for the Democratic nomination in 2016 and 2020, suggests much of this conversation, especially Haley's age-based test, is ageism. He adds there are a lot of 40-year-olds out there who ain't particularly competent. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, staffing issues in the healthcare industry are widespread. Tonight, we'll bring you a story on the lack of air ambulance pilots. And in sports, Brewer Little League Softball is looking to capture a state title right here in their backyard. We'll be right back.
The Bakers are taking big risks to win.
You seem stressed out. What's going on?
When do you ever come here and I'm not stressed out?
All new Crime Scene Kitchen, Monday, July 10th on Fox.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Are plumbing problems giving you a headache? Look no further than Sprague's Plumbing Solutions. With more than 10 years' experience, Sprague's Plumbing Solutions has the knowledge to assist with your plumbing issues. Whether it's a service, remodel, new build, or commercial, we've got you covered. For reliable, professional plumbing services, call Sprague's Plumbing Solutions today for a free estimate. 951-1637. We're here to make your plumbing problems disappear.
Comfort Shoes and More is your destination for all of your spring and summer footwear essentials. We have trained podorthists on site, and our friendly, caring, and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are fitted with the proper footwear that is perfect for you. We have Power Lace shoes, the self-lacing shoe activated by your body weight. Just step in and go. We have many new sandal styles from Hoka, Teva, Power Step, Stride, and more. Come visit Comfort Shoes and More in Newport to find the perfect shoes for you.
Where in America do the best cooks come from?
Northeast, West, South, Midwest, which region?
This is MasterChef, like you've never seen it before.
4 regions, 20 contestants.
Welcome to the United Taste of America.
The Northeast is bringing it. What's up?
West side is the best side.
In the South, we're praying for everybody.
Midwest. Sharpen your knives.
MasterChef United Tastes of America, Wednesdays on Fox and stream on
Many Americans are facing challenges as they try to get the health care they desperately need. Among the issues they're contending with is a shortage of emergency helicopter pilots. Fox's Alicia Acuna takes a look at what's being done to ramp up recruiting.
In Garden City, Kansas, air ambulance pilot Rodney Baker is one of a dwindling number in his field. Highly specialized providers who bridge the life-saving gap between rural America and emergency health care.
We have a golden hour, and that's a standard in EMS, is that patient needs to be at a level 1 trauma center or a trauma physician within that hour to increase their survivability.
Flying ICU bases are located all over the country, but last year, Air Methods Corp., the nation's largest provider, shut down several, citing inflation, under-reimbursement by Medicare, and federal regulations. And the pilot shortage isn't helping.
These are certainly hard times for our industry and our ability to serve the communities that we serve across the country.
According to the American College of Surgeons, 1 in 4 Americans live more than an hour's drive away from a potentially life-saving trauma center.
If I didn't have that possibilities, I probably wouldn't be here today.
In 2019, Sean Elledge's skull was crushed while working inside a wind turbine in rural Kansas. He needed brain surgery, which was a devastating 2.5-hour drive away in Wichita.
Where I was airlifted, it only took about between 50 minutes to an hour to get to Wichita to have that surgery.
One study by Boeing found in the next 15 years, the world will face a shortage of 61,000 helicopter pilots. Becoming one is expensive. Training and education costs up to $170,000. Entry-level pay is around $60,000.
Frankly, from a financial aspect, the airlines were out competing us on salary.
And even with lucrative signing bonuses in the tens of thousands of dollars, air ambulance companies still need to convince young pilots to live in small towns.
Money's not always the answer. Being where you want to be, doing the right thing, taking care of your patients and your crew is more important.
Helicopters just like this one are now flying to middle and high school campuses in an effort to get kids interested in a career in vertical flight. In Watkins, Colorado, Alicia Acuna, Fox News.
A federal regulator is calling for cannabis companies to stop selling products with packaging that closely resembles popular snacks. The Federal Trade Commission says 6 companies are using packaging which could trick children into accidentally ingesting Delta-8 THC. That's a psychoactive substance found in hemp. The FTC says children who ingest THC are likely to get sick or be hospitalized as a result. The FTC and the Food and Drug Administration say cease and desist letters have been sent to the companies, stating they have 15 days to respond with their planned actions. Well, in entertainment news tonight, the Barbie movie is hitting big across the world, especially in China. It has something to do with maps, geopolitics, and something called the 9-dash line. Fox's Caroline Shively breaks it all down for us from Washington.
The buzz on Barbie is more than fine. It's fantastic, with the name of Margot Robbie's $100 million movie seemingly on everyone's lips.
Hi, Barbie!
But there's one place you won't see Barbie. Vietnam, which banned the movie for a shot in the trailer so short you probably missed it.
What do I have to do?
Right there. This cartoonish map shows the 9-dash line, favored by China's Communist Party for showing territory it claims, but its neighbors dispute. A Warner Brothers spokesperson tells Fox the map was part of Barbie's make-believe journey and was not intended to make any type of statement.
Get that Barbie!
Vietnam's boycott is rare. It's China that has a history of banning films that are too pro-America or go against the Communist Party line. If a Chinese company is an investor in a film, the government often pressures Hollywood to change a script or risk a total shutout.
I think what it really says is so much about the regime and how insecure it is that it feels it must micromanage the image that's projected to the Chinese people and China's image to the world.
Former wrestler and Barbie actor John Cena learned that the hard way. In a promotional interview for the Fast and Furious franchise, Cena called Taiwan a country. China considers Taiwan to be part of its territory. Cena publicly apologized in Mandarin. And the movie ran in Chinese theaters. Top Gun Maverick got the opposite treatment. A patch on Tom Cruise's jacket showing the Taiwanese flag got the movie completely blocked in China. Barbie is set to premiere in China on July 21st, the same date as the U.S. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
All right, folks, well, coming up next, we've got all the answers in our full 5-day. Keep it right here.
All right, some locally heavy rainfall out there north and west of Bangor tonight, but what does the weekend hold and what are temperatures going to do next week? Those details for you when I come back.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I bought from Down East in 2022. My local Toyota dealer was charging $5,000 to $10,000 over MSRP, and Down East never charged more than MSRP. Every bit of my experience has felt honest and transparent and never once felt pushy. If you're in the market, consider giving them your business, even if it means traveling a little further. You won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Joe. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects, science.
Name something that could make the earth move.
Heavy rain.
Hold on, it raining.
Health class.
Something you drop in the toilet and still use it afterward.
Toothbrush.
Nah, I'm not sticking that in my mouth. We're not doing teeth brushing today.
Get schooled with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
It's an out-of-this-world celebrity competition.
Oh, God.
Stars on Mars, Mondays at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people. And let's talk about rain showers again. Some locally heavy rainfall north and west of the Bangor area tonight. And then most of us all weekend long will see a spotty shower or two before another chance for some really good soaking rainfall gets in here Monday to Tuesday of next week. Until then, though, this is a flood advisory for tonight. In here is also Millinocket for locally heavy rainfall in these areas. We could see a 1 to 2 inch rainfall there. It's going to be hard-pressed to press east, though, at all tonight, and it might not even meet Bangor or Millinocket at all. So here we go. So here's tonight, looking at showers around. Any of these could be heavy, and then they're going to die out pretty quickly this evening. And then overall, all weekend long, so here's Saturday into Sunday, there could be a spotty shower around. Nothing heavy, but still a spotty shower around. Lots of cloud cover before our next weather system gets in here. That one right there is going to be in here later on Sunday, most likely on Monday, though, and that's going to bring us another round of organized rain. That rain could be locally heavy once again. In fact, the future rainfall looks something like this. We're doing this all over again, right? So another long duration rain event, several days of rain, Monday, Tuesday, probably into Wednesday. That could bring us an inch or two of rainfall across the area. We're getting used to that around here, aren't we, this spring and summer, of course. All right, and then the long range trend keeps us above average in precipitation. Here, this takes us through mid-July, and we're talking about above average precipitation for most of the states. So needless to say, the drought conditions here are non-existent, but that's not the case, though, across the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 drought conditions here, it's been dry, but over here, not so much, right? In fact, nobody in our state right now is under drought conditions at all. All right, temperature-wise, though, so here's this is interesting, right? Because we're going to bring in some precipitation and also increase the temperature. So that muggy kind of rainfall-y days with high temperatures near 80 with some thunderstorms thundershowers out there, likely above average temperatures into the middle portions of July around here. Lots of you want that, I know. And also the wind today, hardly there, out of the north around 5 miles per hour. It'll actually go calm for a couple hours tonight. That means your favorites, some dense fog in there late, likely around 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, so let's talk air quality. It's gone downhill a bit today. There is still some smoke in the upper atmosphere currently. This will likely, though, kind of wash itself out tonight and be just fine over the weekend. In fact, allergies, here we go. We could use more rain, kind of get the allergies out of here, right? But that's not going to happen for a while, as tree pollen, grass pollen, moderate category, and of course, mold spores are very high because it's been very, very wet around here. Our forecast then tonight, though, is a couple of thunder showers out there, especially north and west of the Bangor area. Dense fog is likely. Look for low temperatures down near 62. For tomorrow, all right, partly cloudy, a rogue thunder shower, nothing strong, can't be ruled out, kind of muggy out there with high temperatures near 83 and a south breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story. A couple more rain showers on Sunday, a more general rain showers on Monday and Tuesday with high temperatures near 80.
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. We've got sports coming right up. Keep it right here.
Sleeping hot is the biggest complaint we hear. Check out the new Tempur-Breeze. You can feel up to 10 degrees cooler every night. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Stay cool, like me. Experience the Sleep Lab at Jordan's.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America.
One nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
These local businesses would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
Snoring keeping you up? Tempur Ergo Smart Bases detects snoring and automatically raises your head that may reduce snoring. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Now you both can sleep undisturbed. Experience the Sleep Lab at Jordan's.
Issue an alert. Our missing person just became the prime suspect.
Don't miss Alert. Thursdays on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start over with some basketball now. Maine United back in action. It's the last day of pool play at Peach Jam, and they're looking to finish 4-0. What a tournament it's been so far for Maine, looking to knock off the PSA Cardinals today. Cardinals bringing the press here, beginning of the second half. Caden Bedard finds Tegan Pelletier. He gets it to Landon Clark. He finishes the job with the reverse lay-in. Cooper Flagg with it now gets doubled over to a wide-open Ace. He steps into it, sinks the triple. Nice move there from Ace. Off the inbounds now, Cooper's going to get doubled in the post, immediately spins, finds a cutting Tegan Pelletier. He sinks it, 2 of his 18 points there. Maine up 6. Cooper getting involved too. Why wouldn't he? You really shouldn't leave him open like that. Makes them pay with 3, and then some great movement here from Maine. Ace goes out to Bedard, over to Clark in the corner. This late 3 is huge. Maine wins a close one, 63-60. They head into playoffs 4-0. Here's Cooper Flagg after the game.
I think it just came down to trusting my teammates, and that's how we've gotten to where we have 4-0. Is just we trust each other the whole game through, and that's what it came down to. We just put the trust in each other, and we just let the ball go.
Great game from him there. And then look at this. After the game, there's Cooper Flagg meeting with a fan. That's LeBron James giving the kid from Maine what looks like some words of encouragement. LeBron had a team in the E16 tournament. They did not qualify for quarterfinals. Would have been a potential matchup, so I'm sure Coach LeBron is pretty happy he looked out of game planning for Cooper. Really cool moment right there for the 16-year-old. Let's move on now. The Little League Major Softball State Championship is coming to Brewer this weekend. And the Brewer Bucksport All-Stars are once again District 3 champs, getting ready to play for a state title right here at home.
It would be great for us, honestly. It'd be, amazing.
After their second straight district title, Brewer Little League Softball has the chance to win a state championship right in their backyard.
I'm really excited for that because that means no traveling and we don't have to go back and forth 2 hours every day. I live close here, so it's like the home field advantage. So we know this field and we've been playing here for a little bit. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of competition, though. Very difficult.
The Witches rolled through the district tournament, winning every game by a run rule. And it's their chemistry and a little bit of dominant pitching that's really paid off.
We've been friends for a while, and I really like it because we haven't been separated because we're all in the same grade and we're all on the same skill level, so we can all be on the same team. The chemistry of it all. It's we just blend together perfectly. Working as a team, really. Working together, pitching definitely carried us a lot of the way.
We have grown to be together and we are really good together and we work good together.
We've had a lot of time together and we've bonded really well, and everyone's having fun out of the team and in the team time.
That chemistry doesn't come as the biggest surprise. A lot of these girls have been playing softball together for a few seasons in a row. And those summers of softball don't come without sacrifice.
I live on lake and all my friends are at my house right now swimming, and I'm here and really hot. It's definitely a lot. In the summer, it's hot, very hot. Weather's been a little crazy, lots of playing in the rain and stuff.
They've also done a decent amount of winning together, too. For some girls in the group, it's their third state tournament in 3 summers. And now they're just 3 wins away from finally taking home the title. And you know what that means.
It would be awesome. We would go to Connecticut.
That would be amazing. We were just down in Connecticut for travel ball, and it would be really nice to go down again and know that we went through states and districts with no problem. Oh, that would be so exciting. Actually winning states. Even maybe making it to the Softball World Series.
I would probably go swimming and then have fun, definitely.
I would swim at the hotel pool.
Yeah.
I could go for a dip in a hotel pool right now. Let's go stay on the diamond here. We'll go to the Red Sox. They're looking for 6 wins in 7 games, opening a series against the Athletics. Beautiful night at Fenway Park for a ball game here. No score right now. Bases loaded. Hard chopper up the middle for Tristan Casas. That's going to bring home a run. Sox lead it 1-0. 2-0. Same inning now. This is Justin Turner, hard hit ball to the other side. That's also going to bring in a run. A little bobble there. Red Sox lead it 3-0 in this 4-0 in the second inning. 5-1 now. A's coming back here. Nick Pivetta serves that one up on a silver platter, and that one's going into the right field bullpen. That's gone. So 5-3 now. This game getting close, but here is Alex Verdugo with 2 runners on. The lines one into left field. Rafi Devers trots home. That's going to make it 7-3, and the Red Sox would win by that score. And that is all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
Van Sickle Kia is Northern Maine's first choice for pre-owned vehicles. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Shop your favorite brands like Kia, Ford, Jeep, Toyota, Honda, Subaru, Volvo, and more, all serviced, state inspected, starting at just $99.99 with payments just $239 a month, only at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee you.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Right now, get 0% APR financing on the 2023 Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Nicole specializes in electrolysis, which is the only FDA-proven method for permanent hair removal, from eyebrows to toes and everything in between. Let her take care of your unwanted hair. Call 949-3098 to book an appointment.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Mom and Dad, you must be so proud.
We're proud of all of our children.
She has to say that.
Oh, you can't run away from me forever.
Just a heads up, this is my good side.
Yeah.
Bazinga, bazinga, bazinga.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
And the whole world is wondering, what's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
Go, Smith!
Police in Atlanta are looking for a man who gets ignored when he tries to rob a nail salon. Video from July 3rd shows the man entering the salon and yelling at everyone to get on the floor and give him money, but none of the other people in the salon really even flinch. You can see him coming in right there. Most of them actually appear to ignore him. The man yells again and gets the same lack of response. About 30 seconds after arriving, he actually left, apparently empty-handed. Got to be careful. The people in that nail salon mean business. Well, the Maine Windjammer Association held its 46th annual Great Schooner Race in Rockland Friday morning. The race featured a 5 to 15-mile sailing course for traditional vessels around Penobscot Bay. Two-masted schooners raced each other for the Cuddy Sark Trophy, which is awarded to the fastest vessel around the course based on corrected time. The event was emceed by actor Mark Evan Jackson, known for his roles in the TV shows The Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, Camp Capella held an open house for businesses in the community that stepped up to help them make some upgrades to the camp.
Thank you, Camp Capella!
Bangor Savings Bank awarded Camp Capella a $7,500 grant to redo its walkways. Sand Dollar Spa and Pool donated a hot tub to the camp, with Hamden Electric kicking in some effort to get the tub up and running. Camp Capella Executive Director Melanie Dresser says these additions were much needed.
As an ADA-rated camp, we have to make sure that we are always complying with safety procedures, and we want to make sure that all of our campers are getting around safely, and it will improve camp for the next 20 years.
Dresser also thanked Lee Concrete for donating half the concrete work for those walkways. Camp Capella was able to complete the projects without any additional costs. A very worthy cause and a fantastic organization to get a little bit of help from the community. Fantastic to see. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at Fox 22 News. Take care. We hope you have a great rest of your night.